I play with madness? Can I play with madness?
And after that beautiful introduction video done by Ash Robertson, we go right into the most interesting qualifying run of the night, brought to you by, of course, Mike Wine, the Jersey Outlaw Machine, as he comes to the series just to do stuff like this. Up on two wheels, saves it miraculously with no body damage except for that left rear quarter panel. Amazing save from Mike Wine, and he goes on to continue and actually posts, believe it or not, a legal run. He'll be one to watch tonight, trust me. Carl Van Horn was our fastest qualifier tonight as he takes a lap here. Byron basically because Executioner and Mark Hall again with more trouble. Popping a motor in qualifying, tough break for Mark Hall in the Executioner machine as Carl Van Horn now comes back around, will complete this bye run, and he's running fairly hard here, folks, for a bye run. Trust me, slides all the way out in the end of the lane and finishes with a nice pass. A surprise at second quickest qualifier tonight, George Balhan in the Escalade, as he just left Stevens on the line. I don't know what happened to Scott Stevens in the brand new Firemouth machine, but it is just sitting there. Balhan now halfway through the course, 3/4 of the way through the course as he comes down the back straightaway. Finally, Scott Stevens leads, but it is not going to be anywhere near the run that he wants. Rear steering trouble in the exit of the first turn, and George Balhan will go on to the victory. Stevens, though, still going down the back straightaway, going to complete this run. As Balhan, you can see the top of the screen going back to the pits. Stevens coming around this turn. Looks like maybe it was just a starting issue. I don't know. But the truck appeared to just die off the line when he hit the gas, and it did not move from that point on. Stevens, though, could be one to watch for the rest of this season in this brand new Firemount sponsored machine. Battle of the Wild Men right here. Mike Wine, Jersey Outlaw, gets the whole shot on Jim Kohler, Mr. Excitement and Avenger, and Wine takes that first turn beautifully, and Kohler is all over the place on the back straightaway right here. He is not lined up for this turnaround, and Kohler, who actually qualified faster, gets up on two wheels, not even going to go around the turning pole. Automatic DQ. Mike Wine's going to win this round, barring a DQ around this final turn here. Nope, all Mike Wine. And Kohler sliding it out, hits the tabletop oddly. I think he's going over again. Yes, he is. Jim Kohler and Avenger again flipping in round number one of racing, just like he did last week with Brutus. You got to feel sorry for Scott Anderson drawing a big gun like Gravedigger in round number one. Chad Tingler takes off and just leaves Arachnophobia on the line. Tingler comes around this first corner. He is very fast and looking very, very, very good here tonight as he comes around the turnaround. Scott Anderson just now hitting the cars as he goes flying sideways. Hard landing right there. And Tingler just looks like he's going to take it easy coming to the line. He knows he has this one. And that he does. Chad Tingler will win it in the Gravedigger, and here comes Scott Anderson now down the back straightaway. I don't know what he's going to do. Last week at the finish line, he took a really, really hard rollover when the rear steering basically broke in midair. He comes up and over the tabletop. No problems this week, though, for Scott. Already off the line goes Shock Therapy and Nightmare. Shock Therapy with a huge lead. John Zimmer has it, and Nightmare flips it up and over and back on all fours right in front of the camera. Zimmer did not get around that corner very well. Nightmare stalled. Here comes Zimmer around the final turn. Easy first round win for Shock Therapy. Steve Mackley and Iceman taking on Guy Wood and Tropical Thunder. Guy, top 5 in qualifying this week. Gotta hand it to the Guy Wood racing team. Mackley spins it in the first corner. Guy Wood getting a lot of air. Lands it hard on the nose, but he is going to nail this turnaround right here. He can take it easy from this point. I think Mackley's done. He's running out in the first corner, but no, I actually hear him. Here he comes up and over the cars. He's going to try and finish out this course, but it looks like Guy Wood is going to have a nice go about it in the final turn, and he is actually going to pick up a first-round win after the embarrassment in racing last week. Guy Wood looks like he is going to be strong tonight. Iceman now coming down the back straightaway. Going to try and take this final corner and jump the finish line and see what he can do just to wow the crowd, but he knows he's lost this thing. Kind of slow. It looks like he's just going to limp it over the tabletop. A little bit of drama in this matchup. Neil Elliott defeated in round 3 last week by Joe Sylvester in Bad Habit, as Bad Habit lost the whole shot but gains it back and then some on the back straightaway. A little bit of a funky landing for Bad Habit, but it set him up beautifully for the turnaround. And he is checking out. Joe Sylvester has a big lead and almost loses it right here up on 2 wheels, but it's still far enough ahead that Max D is going to go on the trailer in round number 1. The 8-time world champion is down, and Joe Sylvester is happy. Can you tell he's celebrating already? Steve Kohler driving the brand new General Tire sponsored machine, taking on teammate Rich Helgendorf and Spike, and Helgendorf's up and over already. Not the way he wanted to start his night. As Steve Kohler is going to have an easy pass now in round number 1 competition. He has to see that Rich Helgendorf is not there, so he's probably just going to take it fairly easy. But if I know Steve Kohler, that's not possible. Going to round this final turn. Looks like he will take it easy. Steve Kohler going to get the win in General Tire. Chris Ryan last week defeated Shakopee Racing winner Pablo Huffaker in the first round, and he is looking to do the same thing again here this weekend in Phoenix, and he has the lead on Pablo. Pablo with a lot of air trying to set up for this turn. It's not going to happen. Pablo's going to lose ground on the exit of this turn, and you would have thought Pablo, who's had experience running on this course before, would have been one of the favorites. But Chris Ryan is leaving Pablo in the dust, and you know that's got to irk the veteran Huffaker, as Ryan is now in round 2. Carl Van Horn and Pablo Huffaker. Fastest loser versus fastest qualifier. Carl Van Horn sliding it perfectly around that first turn as Huffaker tried to cut it close. It did not work. Van Horn, a lot of air though, coming around. He's up on 2 wheels in the turn. Flipping it over, back on all 4s, and he throttles it. Van Horn knows this is a race now. He got lucky to get that rollover, or he would have been out in round number 2. Huffaker hits the racing cars on the way back to the final turn, and Carl Van Horn is going to win, and he spins it into a donut. He knows he got lucky on that one, almost flips it. Round 2, race 2 with qualifier number 2, George Ballhan taking on Chris Ryan and Ice Monster. They leave the line, a little bit of a hole shot to Ice Monster, but here comes Ballhan taking that corner beautifully, and he has about a tire length lead going into the carousel turn. On the exit of this turn, though, it looks like Chris Ryan's going to have that tire length lead. Coming down to the final turn. This could be the closest race of the night. Chris Ryan, George Ballhan. Ballhan up on 2 wheels, saves it, and it's going to win by about a half a tire. Closest race of the night, and so far this season. Check out this view as they race right towards you. Ice Monster and Escalade. Jersey Outlaw Ford taking on the General Tire Chevrolet. Chevy versus Ford in round number 2. They take off. Steve Kohler with a little bit of a hole shot on Mike Wine. Coming around the first turn. They are even when they hit the cars. Slight lead to Wine going into the carousel turn. Oh, Steve Kohler throttled too hard. A little bit up on 2 wheels. That's going to cost him the race, I think. Mike Wine coming around to the final turn, but he screws it up just a little bit. Now Kohler's back on 2 wheels. Mike Wine's going to get the win, though. Chad Tingler taking on the man that is the upset king so far in Riggs of Rod's Monster Jam, and that is Joe Sylvester in Bad Habit. He has beaten Maximum Destruction on 2 separate occasions, and now he's looking to put the legendary Black and Green Wrecking Machine on that list. They are even right now, though, as they hum around the carousel turn. All Sylvester down the final straightaway. Here comes Tingler, though. Sylvester, oh, he screws it up. He's got to get back on the throttle quick if he's going to beat Gravedigger. Digger slides wide. Oh, it's a penalty on Gravedigger, and Bad Habit is going to take the win. I believe right here you'll see the penalty on Gravedigger. Coming to the line. bigger one tires and gives the win Bad Habit. Amsoil Shock Therapy, 6th in qualifying, taking on number 5, Guy Wood, Tropical Thunder. Sitting on the line, Zimmer was in the other lane last time. This could be interesting to see how he handles this left lane versus the right lane. Oh, he dusts Guy Wood on the line, though. Wood way behind, and he shows it. He's pushing it, flips it up and over, and Zimmer is going to have 2 trucks in 2 rounds flip over against him. And he still doesn't get through that carousel very well. Zimmer now coming to the finish line. Easy 2nd round win now for Shock Therapy. Big time air over the tabletop. Carl Van Horn, the fastest qualifier, looking to dispose of Steve Kohler's General Tire machine in this round to move on farther in the racing bracket. Don't know if he's going to get it that easily, though, because Kohler is right with him going into the carousel. Van Horn goes wide in the carousel, but Steve Kohler does too, and he actually went wider than Van Horn, and Van Horn's going to open up the lead down the straightaway. All Carl Van Horn coming to the finish line. It looks like Steve Kohler knows he's lost it, and he's going to back up and save equipment for freestyle right now. Nice and slow over the top of that tabletop. George Ballhan and John Zimmer. This could be the race of the night, folks, as Escalade gets the whole shot on Zimmer, but Zimmer takes this corner beautifully. Zimmer is actually looking really good this pass. First 2 passes he hasn't been able to get around this carousel. This time he does, and does it beautifully. Ballhan coming back, trying to get the win. I don't think he's going to have it. Here comes Zimmer, floors it. Zimmer actually cuts him off, and he is going to get the win. Wow, what a race. Mike Wine, Jersey Outlaw, taking on Joe Sylvester and Bad Habit. Both of these drivers have pulled a few upsets here tonight, but right now they're facing each other. Mike Wine with a little bit of a lead going into the carousel turn. Sylvester coming back, though, down the straightaway. He is gunning it, and he's going to gun it right to the side of the wall. Sylvester not going to win this round. Mike Wine exiting the final turn. He's got the win. Sylvester's out of shape, though. Watch this. Coming over the finish line. He's going to flip it up and over and back on all 4s. I think this camera's a little bit too close for comfort. What do you think? Is here they come over the finish line. There goes Mike Wine. And say hello to Joe Sylvester. Ballhan, number 2 in qualifying. Van Horn, number 1 in qualifying. Ballhan drills him off the start. Van Horn swings it way too wide. All George Ballhan at this point. Ballhan high up in the air. Yo, boy, you can tell Carl Van Horn's coming back quick, though. He nailed that car stack as hard as he could, trying to get to that carousel turn, and he made it stick. They're coming to the line. Ballhan, though, just had too big of a lead. It is going to belong to George Ballhan in the Escalade as he'll go into the final round. And Van Horn up and over and flips it again. Can you believe that? And he's still going to finish. 2 races tonight he's done that. This will be your final, ladies and gentlemen. We're sorry we don't have the video of Amsoil Shock Therapy defeating Jersey Outlaw, but it will be Amsoil versus Escalade in your final. Zimmer defeated Ballhan once tonight, looking to do it in the race that matters. They take off, no hole shot. Both trucks even off the start, but Zimmer gets through the first corner beautifully. He's got about a truck length lead going into the carousel turn, and that's the best he's taken it all night. Zimmer looking for his first win on the series, but it looks like maybe the rear steer malfunctioned on him. Ballhan coming around the final turn. Zimmer's coming back, not going to be enough. George Ballhan takes the win in Escalade. Can you tell George Ballhan is happy to not be a bridesmaid anymore? Big win in Phoenix, Arizona, and he's going to go into some donuts to celebrate. Coming up next, though, be staying tuned. Next couple of days, freestyle coverage from Phoenix, Arizona. Congratulations, George Ballhan and the Escalade.